Welcome to the AI Applied podcast. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Each week, I cover breaking AI news, tools, and interview experts giving you actionable tips on applying AI into your career, job, workflows, and life. Make sure that you go to aibox.ai, link in the show notes, to join the waitlist for our new AI platform. We're going to be launching an incredible platform that allows you to build anything you want with workflows in AI. So you're able to chain together ChatGPT and image generators and audio generators to make really powerful apps for your organization, or you can host them on our marketplace and actually generate royalties from them. So make sure to go to aibox.ai and join the waitlist. In addition, if you like the podcast, if you could do me a massive favor and please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. This helps me be able to get better guests on here as they check the reviews to see how you guys are liking it. So if you could please do that, I would really appreciate it. ChatGPT is incredibly powerful, and today I want to talk about some areas in finance that ChatGPT is going to absolutely disrupt. And if not specifically ChatGPT, other AI models like it and this kind of AI, generative AI technology in general. So the first area that I see some massive opportunities for disruption is in the field of investment analysis. So traditionally, investment analysis has been a job for super high skilled analysts who spend hours poring over data and market trends to really determine the best investment opportunities. And with tools like ChatGPT and other AI tools, I think this job can now be very effectively automated. Essentially by giving different AIs tools to look at all of the different data, all of the different market trends, you're able to then ask it questions based off of that data and get responses in a much faster way without having to worry about building out elaborate spreadsheets and forecasting models. And you're able to pretty much get to conclusions faster and test hypotheses faster. So I think this is going to be a really powerful tool there. And I think this opportunity or this technology really is going to level the playing field for investors and give everyone kind of access to the same information and the same opportunities, assuming people use this correctly. Another area that I see as being very big for disruption is accounting. So accounting is a task that is really, honestly, it's just often seen as a very tedious and time-consuming task. And I think that there's going to be a lot of AI models that come out and tackle this. Now, ChatGPT in its current form, I wouldn't necessarily trust this to do my accounting, as we all know it kind of has some basic problems with math and other things. But I do believe that this is not a problem that is far off in the future. People are 100% going to be able to train very competent, very powerful AI models in this specific area, and perhaps it will be ChatGPT itself integrating some of these technologies in. And if you really think about it, being able to automate accounting tasks, right? Like you give it all of your receipts, all of your financial documents, all of your invoices, and it'll perhaps ask you a couple questions based on that, and boom, it's going to come out with all of your taxes, all of your accounting. I think this is going to be incredibly powerful using AI to automate all of this. So TurboTax, if you're listening, you might want to get started integrating some of this into your system. Another area that I really think ChatGPT has a big opportunity to disrupt in finance is risk management. So risk management is essentially a part of any financial institution, and it requires skilled professionals to identify potential risks and develop strategies to mitigate those. So with ChatGPT, this task can now be automated to a pretty decent level. ChatGPT essentially can just analyze vast amounts of data and identify potential risks, allowing financial institutions to develop strategies to manage those risks more effectively. Now, people are saying, hey, like, as if some big, huge financial firm is going to go on ChatGPT and run through all of their data. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily the front-end ChatGPT that people are using, but when you're using API access to perhaps other OpenAI AI models or other ones specifically developed for this, whether it's ChatGPT or something similar, I think that the same technology that is used to build this is going to be used to develop this really complex risk management solutions. So another area that I see ChatGPT having a very significant impact is in fraud detection for a lot of the same reasons as risk management. And I think essentially you're going to be able to upload a lot of data to this thing, and you're going to be getting it to do what typically requires a really skilled professional that identifies fraudulent activity. And ChatGPT is going to be able to look at all of the activity, all of the data that you might give it, and you'll be able to ask it or query it, what in this is, looks suspicious, looks fraudulent, and it's going to be able to give people a pretty good answer to that. So I think overall, this will be big for fraud protection. And I think that it's going to be something that is integrated, whether we know it or not, right? This might not be something that a lot of people know their financial institutions are implementing, but I think in the financial area, this will be pretty big. In addition, I think that ChatGPT is going to be pretty big at disrupting the banking industry. So I think banking services, a lot of them can be automated, and this is going to make banking a lot more accessible to everyone. Now, I know a lot of people are going to think this sounds pretty controversial, but essentially imagine a chatbot for banking that you can ask it to transfer funds and do a bunch of different things that are normally complicated tasks, transferring money, paying bills, checking your account balances, and having that sort of chatbot integrated perhaps onto your phone or some other authorized device that requires two-factor authentication to really prove it's you, and being able to get really dynamic, quick results for people. I think that personal banking would be a very good use for it. However, obviously there needs to be a very high level of security to make sure that this isn't misused, and that to make sure that it's a really seamless experience for customers. So another area that I think this is going to impact in finance is in the field of insurance. So insurance companies, they deal with a massive amount of data and paperwork. And I personally have talked to someone that is the lead at a major insurance company here in America, and he was telling me all of the different ways that they're currently using AI to really automate a lot of the tasks that they're doing, a lot of the data they're doing. And it's kind of interesting talking to him. He was saying that one of the big areas they're actually worried about is there's a lot of laws, specifically California just passed one, that make it a little bit more difficult because they're essentially saying that insurance companies can't make decisions based off of algorithms. Now, you can imagine why places like California have passed these laws. Essentially, algorithms are going to disproportionately be biased against lower income places. And so whether that's, obviously that would perhaps be better for the bottom line of an insurance company, but some people think that that's, some sort of bias or discrimination. So those are kind of problems that have to be played out in the insurance industry. But overall, I think that these ChatGPT technologies are going to be incredibly powerful. You'll be able to feed it a whole host of data on case, and it will be able to very quickly assess insurance claims. I think it'll be able to reduce waiting times. It's going to be able to automate a lot of the processes that these insurance companies run through. They're typically really tedious and time consuming. Now, I think the biggest concern when it comes to ChatGPT and these other AI technologies being integrated into finance is just the security and privacy aspect when you're looking at data around ChatGPT. I've talked to someone that works at a very big insurance company in America in charge of AI, and he said, they've instructed all of their people not to use AI and not to put any people's obviously confidential information in there for obvious reasons, because the AI, once it learns something, it can use that and generate it and spit it out, or, people that are manually reviewing this might be able to see that data. So obviously it's really important to keep that data safe. However, I don't think that it's far off to say that, these insurance companies or big financial institutions wouldn't be able to partner and make special, essentially special deals where they are able to put their data in and not have it used and have it, encrypted and safe. So I think there's going to be some massive opportunities in the finance space for disruption because of ChatGPT and these other technologies. But at the same time, I think we definitely do need to be very cautious about the data that is being used, the algorithms that are being generated, and all of that area. And I think there will be a lot of regulatory work done in this area, but I still see some massive opportunities for innovation and disruption. If you are looking for an innovative and creative community of people using ChatGPT, you need to join our ChatGPT creators community. I'll drop a link in the description to this podcast. We'd love to see you there, where we share tips and tricks of what is working in ChatGPT. It's a lot easier than a podcast, as you can see screenshots, you can share and comment on things that are currently working. So if this sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the comment. We'd love to have you in the community. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Applied podcast. Make sure to rate this wherever you listen to your podcasts, and have a fantastic rest of your day.